Okay, we're here. So my background is in corporate America. I worked in marketing for 5 years before I moved into full life Beachbody world. And it was like this career makes so much sense to me because I've always enjoyed different things about being healthy. I always enjoyed working out. I actually was a Beachbody customer before I even knew that Beachbody was a company. Like I did P90X and Brazil butt lift before I even knew that it was from a company called Beachbody. I used to see all the infomercials on like before and after the workouts of coaching, and they were like these old men and women like bragging about how they're on these vacations, and I was like, I don't know, I would never want to hang out with those people. Like seriously, I would see those people, and that's probably really judgmental of me, but I would see these like 90s, it looked like older marketed videos of people at these like locations and talking about how amazing coaching is. And this one little family, they were holding all their kids and they were like, "Thank you, Beachbody." And I was like, that is so dumb. I would never shout, "Thank you, Beachbody." Like, what does that mean? Why would you thank Beachbody? Whatever. And I was like, they're probably being paid to do that and they think they're so cool. Y'all, I'm so sorry to admit that. And I don't think I've ever told anybody that in my life. And that was the old Laura. The old Laura who thought that this is crazy. The new Laura, the smarter Laura, the more educated Laura realizes that this is a business that is here to stay, that not just Beachbody, even though I think that's the best option, but overall direct selling is a business model that is one, very innovative, two, extremely safe, and three, unlimited success. So if you have specific goals in your life to achieve success in your career, achieve financial freedom, maybe have part-time or full-time hours, whatever you choose to do, because you would be the business owner of your independent contracted business. So as a Team Beachbody coach, you own your business. You are a CEO of your business. And once you get to a certain income, you can even establish your own LLC. My husband and I have. Just for the record, that's typically like at the 150 a year mark. It's not like that cut and dry, but for tax purposes, it's smart to do that. So eventually you can even like get official and own your own business through Beachbody. It's not just, it doesn't have to be just something on the side. It doesn't just have to be some fluffy thing. This could be something that you see the full picture of, the full potential of, and get excited about, because you can do this from the comfort of your home. It takes a lot of effort and focus, but we're in this together, and that's what I think is so unique about it. So before I switch over to my slides, raise your hand if you were in the Dynasty Income Surge. If you guys are walking through that program. Now, give me a double hand if you've enjoyed it. Okay, I'm loving it. Give me raise the roof if you're going to watch tomorrow's video, because it's me. So don't leave me hanging, okay? Because I'm like, okay, I'm the last wing of this. Miguel is finishing off on Wednesday, and tomorrow I'm talking about the reality of the business and being a roller coaster. Because this whole time, what have we talked about? The compensation plan, the excitement of it, and slow growers or fast growers, and how they did it and how to set goals. But tomorrow, I'm coming from a very raw place, a very vulnerable place that not a lot of coaches feel comfortable talking about. And I have chills, but I am coming from a place of what happens when you believe and you fight for it and you're all in and you know the knowledge, but the results aren't exactly what you projected. What do you do then? And so we hear all of these success stories and it gets us excited, and that increases our belief. It increases my belief because I know if they can do it, I can do it. Have you guys heard that quote before, that when the tide rises, all the boats lift? It's not just I'm going to succeed and you guys don't. The tide rises and everybody who's involved, everyone who is in that same sea, all of us are going to rise together. So I'm pumped when I hear success stories of coaches hitting the million club in a couple of years. Or I'm pumped when I hear coaches hitting 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, getting like $50,000 bonuses. I'm pumped when I'm seeing coaches celebrate their downlines, achieving Success Club and hitting Emerald, and popping up new excited coaches in their downlines. I am excited about that. But what happens when you are growing, you're pumped, you're excited, and then something goes down and then back up and then down? And so it's not a very pretty picture. I'm going to talk about it a little bit today. You guys are getting a sneak peek, but a little bit tomorrow on a kind of not as intense level. This meeting with you guys is very detailed about why I'm very confident in this business, why Beachbody is, I cannot make you love it, but I can show you why I love it, and you make your own educated decision about your all-inness with this, okay? So let me share my screen. Here we go. It's a little bit bigger. All right, you guys see that? Thumbs up? All right, so here we go. Okay, so I talked about that this week. I'm going to talk about facts and trends, direct sales, MLMs in the 21st century. What does that even mean? You guys have heard, I don't know if you've heard it, but people say, is that a pyramid scheme, or what are you doing? Okay, all that is stupid, first of all, because a pyramid scheme, one, is illegal, and that may be because their grandmas did, like older companies, when all they did was exchange money back and forth between people, and there were actually no products, and that, like, the government came down and said, squash, that's weird, you're taking advantage of people, that's fake, that's not real, that's not a real business. You're basically just saying, hey, if you give me $250, then I will make half of it, and then when you have somebody else pay you $250 to join your club, you get half of it. And so everyone was like paying in and then dipping, like, everyone had this like big bucket, and it sounds so silly to explain that way, but when you don't have a product that you're actually exchanging, that's illegal, because you're basically just saying, hey, let's put all of our money in a bucket and cut it based on who signed up first. So if that was the case, that means that I would be guaranteed to make more money than any of you guys, and that's not the case at all. As a matter of fact, I make more than my upline coach, because this business model is so brilliant that anybody can out-achieve anybody in this business. Lindsay Matway, the very top earner in the company, she actually started as a coach 3.5 years after the network started. So you can out-earn, outrank, out-succeed anybody in the entire network. Right now we have about 450,000 coaches in the network, and there is absolutely zero chance that the person signing up, there's zero chance, that's a weird phrase, but there's no reason why somebody who signs up tomorrow cannot hustle, have heart, have a passion, have a why, work like focused, and achieve even more than one of the founding coaches had when it started in 2007. You get what I'm saying? So if you can cast your vision on that, and that might be too big, so let's bring it down a little bit. If that's too big for you to grasp, and if you're like, hey, Laura, this is way too big level for me, I just really want to focus on hitting Emerald this week, so can you teach me that? First, I want to show you guys why MLM is even a real thing. Why when we are talking about building our business and maybe adding coaches to our team, we don't have to use the acronym MLM. We don't have to use the words direct selling or network marketing, but you need to know that it's nothing to be ashamed of, because in the 21st century, that is smart. I'm definitely not trying to get political. I'm not saying that he is a wise man to follow, but Donald Trump even said that if he had to do it all over again, he would be in network marketing. Which, you know, being a smart businessman, I can respect that. But for those who want to know a little bit more about direct selling, which is what Beachbody does, direct selling of products, we have standards. So instead of people feeling fearful of, well, I don't know, I talked to my husband and he's just not sure. I talk to people all day long who say, well, let me talk to my husband. I'm like, cool, no problem. What kind of questions do you have? I can send you some information. And they come back and they're like, I talked to my husband and I just don't think we're ready. And I say, why? I don't know. We're just not quite really sure. And that's out of fear. That's out of the unknown. People are uneducated, not because they're not smart, but they're unfamiliar with the idea of a direct selling association, a direct selling channel. And so let's first educate ourselves so we have the confidence, so we carry that confidence and that energy of, this is amazing that I can be a customer of a business, a customer of a company who sells nutrition supplements, who sells actual workout programs, now not through DVDs necessarily, even though we still do. We do that through Beachbody On Demand. And I'm able to share that because I use it myself and I have personal results from it, and I get a kickback for it. Not only that, when I help other people succeed in their goals, I will be bonused for it. It is the best business model I've ever been a part of. Because when I was in corporate America, I did not get kickback like that when I helped somebody else succeed. However, the cool thing is that when I had my employees hit certain quotas and hit certain goals, what happened? My boss gave me a shout out through email. And I was like, yeah. Some companies even give people bonuses or give people perks when they help their teams succeed and meet corporate goals, okay? So that's kind of what's happening here is as a team, we can collaborate, but individually, you guys are all independent contractors of your business. I wanted to show you a video really quickly to communicate what direct selling is, and then I'm going to go and share with you guys some statistics, because this is some just statistic stuff. Can you guys see this whole thing? Oh, I'm just going to hit play. Yeah.
Direct sellers are people you know in your communities. They are well-known companies and brands we all recognize and trust. And direct selling provides opportunities for financial and other personal benefits for millions of Americans who become involved each year. Unlike traditional retail companies, direct selling companies incur lower fixed costs, recording a healthy balance sheet and cash flow. The lower fixed costs and healthy cash flow result in greater compensation for individual sellers. Today's direct selling business is guided by a self-regulatory framework that continually evolves and incorporates standards that often exceed the requirements of law. In fact, members of the Direct Selling Association are required to adhere to a strict code of ethics. Under this code, compensation is based on sales. Additional standards include inventory buyback, no large upfront fees, and clear and reasonable earnings and product claims. Because of these measures, direct selling has seen strong, consistent growth over many years. Direct selling promotes innovation and easily adapts to changing social and economic conditions. It has spurred the growth of countless companies, from sole proprietorships to small businesses, often family-run, to large multinational companies. In fact, prominent investors have invested in both public and private direct selling companies. Many people don't realize that direct selling also provides job creation in the manufacturing, shipping, and transportation industries, as well as revenue for state and local governments and benefits to local economies and other businesses in the community. Direct selling is a time-tested business model guided by strong laws and standards. It is viewed by entrepreneurs, investors, and the business community as an important part of a vibrant economy. Millions of people in the United States and around the world find that direct selling gives them an opportunity to create a better life for themselves and their families, resulting in a long-term forecast of growth, profitability, and sustainability. For more information, go to www.dsa.org.
All right. Okay, so I love that video. I've seen it several times. I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of it. You can go to dsa.org, but that is the association that Beachbody is in. That is basically the government standard for folks who are going to be running a business within network marketing. Let's screen back up here. They also have amazing guidelines, so nobody will be ripped off, and that's why I love that Beachbody is a leader in that, because we don't want a bad rap. We don't want people who want to be involved in our business to assume that there's anything scammy about it, because it's absolutely not scammy. It's absolutely legit, and it's absolutely possible for people to come and have that, what they mentioned, sustainability and freedom and overall life change. You guys saw how the kind of what it does to the economy through direct sales, through anything. So anybody in sales is not any different truly than what we do. So how did Beachbody start? How did this even come about? So Beachbody was founded in 1998. And it started with like VHS tapes, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, old days. And then they moved to infomercials. And then referrals started working better, because what happens? People start getting results. People start getting six packs. People start asking people. And so in 2007, they contacted 40 of these customers of theirs who were loud and proud on their message boards. They had these, at the time, message boards online, and they would basically, it's like a chat room. And these customers would basically coach these people. And so they reached out to 40 of those leaders in those groups and said, hey, we have an opportunity for you. We are starting a network, and we want to know if you want to be the founding coaches. Every single one of them said yes. Every single one of them were like, absolutely. I have no idea what a network is. I have no idea what that means, but I love what you represent, and if I could tell other people about it, I'm in. So now, fast forward 10 years later, there's 450,000 of us. It's a pretty amazing business to be in. In 2011, we were ranked the second best MLM in the world. But obviously, since then, a lot others have come about. The first at the time was Avon, and then it was Beachbody. That was from NBC, an article that I posted the link to. But why are we awesome? Like, why are we the best? There's a lot of different reasons. But first and foremost, I think we're the best is because we have true life change through health and fitness. That is our niche. That is our bread and butter. It's not going to be surface level. It's going to be psychological. It's going to be like elongate your life. It's going to improve the dynamics in relationship with your family. It's going to reward people financially, even if they're not a coach, just simply through doing these programs. Their confidence, their relationships, their support. And anybody who has been through a physical transformation knows that it is so contagious, and that there's something special about it. And it's not the exchange of a hat. Like, I'm not just saying, hey, everybody, buy my hat because it's cute. Everyone needs to buy this hat. Give me $20. I'm going to buy this hat. No, we are talking about dense nutrition, superfoods that have been hunted all over the world. We are talking about support systems through challenge groups. We are talking about fitness programs that can help somebody get off 30 medications. We're talking about real sustainable things. Tony Robbins just led what is it called? One of his conferences, and he referenced the GoPro conference. If you guys don't know, GoPro is a book. I used to have it somewhere, but it's basically a book about network marketing. I'll reference it. But in that conference, he said the number one industry that is booming and that will continue to boom is health and wellness. Okay? These are highly, highly, highly respected men in the business world. These are conferences that have thousands and thousands and thousands of people paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for advice, of business advice. And here I am telling you, we have access to all of that information through YouTube, through researching, and what they're advising these people to do is to get involved in health and wellness businesses, because that is what is going to be thriving in the next generations. I don't know about you guys, but that excites me because I know that we have a head up. I know that I can approach that with even more confidence. But sometimes we get in this Beachbody la-la land. We forget about reality, and we think because everyone else has success stories that we have to have the same exact journey, the same exact pace, the same exact level of progress. I love this graphic. I know it might be a little cheesy. You might have seen it before, but I think it's important for us to remind ourselves that anybody who wants to achieve greatness, it's going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of patience to learn your skill in posting, patience to learn your skills in your voice, having a voice, patience to learn better and improve skills on building relationships. There's dozens and dozens of personal development books that you can read to improve those skills. But what can't be taught is your heart. You have to decide in your heart why you're doing this, and is it worth showing up every single day? So 3 times Steven Spielberg was rejected by the University of California. Afterwards, he dropped out because to become a director. You guys obviously know Steven Spielberg. Can you imagine quitting after you got a couple of no's in the business, or taking a week off because you missed some goals? You know what I mean? Doesn't that sound kind of backwards now when you think about 25 times Tim Ferriss' book, The 4-Hour Week, was rejected by publishers. If you guys haven't read that, that's another good one. 162 times the author of this infographic made searches for this data. That's funny. Scrolling down here, 1,009 times Colonel Sanders was who just started KFC, was turned down when he tried selling fried chicken. Okay, KFC. KFC man was rejected 1,009 times. Thank goodness he wasn't rejected 1,010 times, because that man makes some good chicken, right? Amen. Sylvester Stallone was rejected when he tried selling his script to himself as the film Rocky. People told him no. People rejected him 1,500 times for trying to sell his script for Rocky. Unbelievable. 10,000 times Thomas Edison creation failed when he was making prototypes for his light bulb. I'm not saying that you need to try 10,000 times. I'm not saying that you're even considering turning around like the sad guy at the bottom. But what I am telling you is that a lot of people live in la-la land. I don't think our team does, but I think it's very tempting when we take our eyes off the prize, we take our eyes off the goal to look up, look left, and look right and get distracted because the real life gets distracted by busyness in our life or emotions in our head. But if we continue to keep our head down and say, I don't care what it takes, it's going to take what it takes. It's not about how fast we can get there. It's about how far we can go. And I want you guys to have that mindset because it's going to be the heart and the hustle that's going to take you to where you want to go in life and not just, well, I'm going to give this 6 months and see what happens. My husband gave me 3 months. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to try for 12 months. And if I'm still happy with it, then I'll stick it out. I want you to present this as a business. I want you to think about as if you spent $1 million to start this business. You want to then return that commission. So you're going to pay yourself off for that investment. That's how seriously I'm taking it. But there's a downside to being up. Now, a lot of people don't talk about this. Okay? I'm not going to be depressing. I swear, I told myself I wasn't going to be depressing on this call. But reality sets in. If you've been a coach for a couple of weeks even, or a couple of years, you know that at this point, I just shared with you everything up about being a coach. We have the best business model. We have the best option for MLM. We have the best compensation plan. We have the best community. We have the best support system. We have the best internal to external life change that could be possible. And we have an opportunity to build a career or business out of that could provide for us financially, provide for us through satisfaction. But there is a downside to all of the up. And this was an article that I read on Inc.com that says if you run a business, it's stressful. It creates emotional turbulence. Raise your hand if you've ever experienced emotional turbulence. All right, I have some people still participating with me. I'm going to say it again. Raise your hand if you have experienced emotional turbulence. Yeah? Okay, a little bit. You don't have to raise your hand if that's not the case. I'm so happy for you. For starters, because there's a high risk of failure, because 3 out of 4 startups, and this is not necessarily within network marketing, but anyone who maybe starts like a boutique down the store or somebody who's invented something, 3 out of 4 startups fail, according to a Harvard Business School lecturer. He also found that 95% of startups fell short of their initial projections. Now, I can believe that. I believe that everyone who comes to this business and they're like, I'm going to be diamond in 90 days. I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. I did it. There's no reason you can't. But if you hit diamond in 95 days, are you a failure? No. Did you come up short of your original projections? Yes. But you have to go for big goals like that. You have to push. You have to believe that you can be the top earner and the top coach of this entire organization because there's nothing stopping you. So entrepreneurs often juggle many roles and face countless setbacks, lost customers, disputes with partners, increased competition, staffing problems, all while struggling to make payroll. There are traumatic events all the way along the line, says a psychiatrist and former entrepreneur who is researching mental health and entrepreneurship. Being in this business for 4 years, last week was actually my 4-year anniversary, guys. Whoop, whoop. I am 4 years old in Beachbody land. But I have seen many coaches come and go. And those of you who are on this call right now, I just want to ask you something. You better believe in yourself. Golly, you don't know how much I believe in you because I've seen these trends. I've seen people try so hard, but they're not growing right here. They're not becoming strong enough to handle the roller coaster of being an entrepreneur. And I'm telling you now, the way that you're going to succeed is you're going to prepare for this. Because this is going to happen. And you're going to be excited about the roller coaster because you know when turbulence hits, you can fly stronger because that's what eagles do. Eagles fly stronger and faster and way higher when there's turbulence. And I feel like in any portion of my life, when there is turbulence, when there is pain, when there's burning, it means I'm becoming stronger. In my workouts, when there's burn, I know that I have to push through because my muscles are breaking. I know that when I'm being tempted or when I'm having like spiritual warfare, I know that God is going to be teaching me something and I can choose Him instead of my temptations. I know that in my business, if I'm struggling emotionally or if I'm struggling with my confidence or if I'm struggling with my goals, I know that I have to push through, pinpoint what it is that I can fix and go even further because at that point, what it means is that I'm becoming better than what I was yesterday. I shared a video on Moxie a couple weeks ago about the lobster in the shell, the lobster shell, that if we all were like lobsters, that means that we would only become as small as our initial shell. So what they have to do is they grow, they start to get growing pains, they start to feel tight and bloated, but they have to bust through that shell so they can grow a bigger shell. And then they grow into that shell and they have to bust through that shell and grow into a bigger shell. So if we always were only allowing ourselves to be limited by what we felt comfortable doing, if we were scared of failure, scared of feeling, taking a risk, scared of new innovative programs or innovative groups or new things that we're going to offer our customers, or scared of new hours that we have to wake up early or stay up late, scared of new posts and being vulnerable or new graphics that we want to put out there, scared of the money that we might be spending, building our business, whether it be on marketing materials or hiring an assistant or basically anything that you want to do. I just want you guys to be like Thomas Edison, just get creative and go all in and go for it, because this business is going to be like a roller coaster, but the best one of your life, the absolute best one of your life, because with or without Beachbody, your life is going to be a roller coaster. It's guaranteed. It's seriously guaranteed. But because you're going to be on the road to success and your chances of success are way greater when you have a family like this to be a part of, I'm like, just stay with us. This is literally you are looking at my income trends. Like, this is me starting out in March 2017. Up and down, and then there was a big old dip, and then way back down. You guys see that? Can you imagine what my emotions did? They were like, wow, whoa, that was crazy. I didn't project that. I don't know what's happening. Is this business even working? I didn't have those thoughts, but a lot of people could have. A lot of people who might see this roller coaster trend might be like, well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What's happening? And it must be me, or it must be this business, or it must be these outside circumstances. And so I had to put my shoulders back, like plunge through, because I compared this trend to the economy. And I realized that this is the same trend that you see in anything in the U.S. Last year, we had the Olympics and the election in the same year. And any year that happens, there's a big dip in the economy. Look what happened to my income last year. It might not just be mine. It might be you guys. It might be your families. It might be your husbands. I don't know. But anybody is going to see a roller coaster with their business. And so the idea that Beachbody business would be any different is pretty crazy. So to set amazing goals for your business is needed, is necessary, and be radical and be crazy and have amazing belief, but expect to have thick skin. Expect to be on a roller coaster. And when you are on a roller coaster, you can tell yourself, I'm doing something right, because your chances of success here are greater than anything you can imagine. In 2015, April, there were 15% of women in the U.S. earn $100,000 or more. Did you know that it's cool that 80% of that 15% of people, of women specifically, are in network marketing? I kind of like that statistic. I know we have men in our team, so I'm sorry, Moxie men. But for the ladies, 15% of women in the U.S. make that much, and 80% of them do network marketing. That makes me feel pretty proud. I know I'm on the right road. More than 28.56 billion was made in direct sales in 2010. I know these are going to be numbers. Don't fall asleep on me. I told you guys that this was just stats, research, to just base some credibility and weight and get me excited. Like, this gets me excited. It gives me confidence. It gives me direction. And I can just say, I don't know what that meant, and I don't even know what numbers Laura mentioned tonight. All I could hear was, I'm in the right direction. This is in the right direction. I'm on the right team. I'm getting the right training. Let me go ahead and do my vital behaviors. That's what I want this call to direct you to. So I am throwing numbers at you. I am throwing statistics at you, but it's for a bigger cause. So stick with me. By 2015, which was 2 years ago, 50% of households will be involved in some kind of network marketing business. The average work from home income is currently $59,000 per year. And someone starts a home-based business every 10 seconds. Approximately 20% of home-based entrepreneurs say that their business growth is about $100,000 to $500,000 per year. What does this mean to me? If you chew this up and spit this out, what does this mean to me? To me, this means that people are looking for home-based businesses because of the amount of growth, because of the trends and growth, because of the quickness of this growing. People are looking for an opportunity to work for themselves. So I think when we use the excuse, nobody's telling me yes. Like, I don't know how to invite people to my team. They're saying no to me, and they blah blah blah. I want you to know that they're signing up with somebody. They're joining some organization, because someone starts one every 10 seconds. So if they're not joining you, who are they joining? Are they not joining you because you never asked them? If you never asked them, they're going to join somebody else because they're looking and they have a need. They have a need for financial freedom. They have a need for community. They have a need to be connected online with something that will help their life improve. And by golly, I want them to be a part of our organization and our life because we do it right. I'm not bashing anybody because I think that so many people are amazing. I have friends in probably every single organization you can think of because I network and I love to learn from them, but I cannot help it. I am biased. Like I'm assured over and over again that this is my place. But if you don't ask people, they're going to do something. So ask them. Don't be afraid to say, just listen to what I'm doing and why I know it's amazing. Again, about our chances of success. Network marketing industry increases by more than 600,000 people a year. 600,000 people are joining somebody's team. Why not yours? Is it because you didn't ask them? Home-based businesses report 85% success rate compared to 5% success rate for traditional small businesses like retail stores and restaurants. Holy baloney, let me say that again. So if somebody says, well, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to start a business, they have a 5% success rate when you have a traditional small business like a retail store or a restaurant versus 85% success rate for those who are starting home-based businesses. That's a large number of success. 85% versus 5%. About 15.8 million people work from home full-time. About 38 million, 12% of the population work from home part-time. So again, you can do this part-time, full-time, whatever. It's up to you, but you're not alone. There's a lot of great trainings and advice on how to even like work from home and manage that when you're raising kids, when you're managing your home. And as far as the global economy, network marketing is one of the fastest segments. Again, moving forward, hopefully you guys are staying with me. Whoop, whoop. Everyone with me? Hands up if you're hearing me. Okay. Spirit fingers if you like this information. Okay, you guys think I'm dorky. I'm just trying to make sure you're not falling asleep on me with sharing all these numbers. People involved in direct selling have a higher percentage of annual income over 50,000. Let me explain what this means. If somebody is in direct selling, okay, MLM, network marketing, if somebody's involved in there, 58% of people who make over $50,000 are involved in direct selling versus 50% of people make $50,000 when they're not involved in direct selling. So again, just going back to the percentages, going back to the statistics, that people who are involved in direct selling have a higher income. This is not just me. This is not just our team. This is nationwide. These are known facts. These are researchers. These are people who are probably trying to put a hole in network marketing because they don't know what it's about. But facts are facts, and numbers can be really powerful, and I hope it's empowering you as it has me. There are also higher levels of average education in people who are in direct sales. For example, 52% of direct sellers are college graduates versus 28% of Americans. So 52% of people who are college graduates, no, I messed it up. 52 of direct sellers are college graduates. The people who are not involved in direct selling, 28%. Okay, when I wrote this down, I don't know why I didn't fill up the whole thing. 52% of direct sellers are college graduates compared to 28% of all Americans. Oh, okay, and now I notice. That is so funny. Okay, I wrote it backwards. So of the 28% of people who are college graduates, 58% of those people are in direct sales. 99% of direct sellers have high school educations, okay? Moreover, over 3/4, 77% of them say they are highly satisfied with their work. That is a really high level of satisfaction. 77% is a very high level of like trending happiness within a career or an industry. So my challenge to you guys is, yes, do this because it's fun. Do this because it's rewarding. Do this because of the potential. But most of all, guys, do this because you're smart. Like, I want us to be smart businesswomen. I want us to feel empowered. I want us to think like, if 80% of women who make $100,000 a year are within network marketing, then check. You are within a company who can provide you that kind of financial sustainability. But be even more confident that you are in the right company, and be even more confident you're in the right team, and be even more confident that you are the right person to reach that specific person. And if somebody is joining a network marketing business every 10 seconds, why aren't they joining you? People are out there saying yes every 10 seconds. So we have got to change our mindset and think, what is it then? What is it? If we have goals, if we want to help customers plug into our challenge groups, if we need to pay our medical bill this month, if we need to help somebody do something, and if you have this bill to be paid, if you want to go part-time in your job so you can do this part-time, what is it that's holding you back from going all in and making sure that those people are saying yes to you? I don't know what it is, and I hope that you can evaluate that in your life. But do this because you're smart, because you have a transformation, because you know the community we're involved in, because of the simple nutrition plan that can help you heal from the inside out, because of the fun events we get to go to and the fun trainings and community we're involved in, because of the recognition that's going to happen when you succeed or when you help a bazillion people. Do this because I love this picture on here, and I'm so sorry, Erin, in advance that I chose the graphic of your picture. I love you, and I'm so sorry that I even said that out loud. But this was a picture in the bottom corner. I'm dying right now. The picture in the bottom corner was of our weekend in Georgia, and I made this collage, and then I made Erin take a new picture because I was like, oh, she's going to hate me because of the shadow when I edited it, make her eyes look blacked out. But it's a beautiful crowd. That weekend was incredibly fun. We have weekends like that often. So for no other reason, do this because you're smart and you want to be, planning for your future. You don't want to be in the same place you are now as you are, in 5 years. But think about the opportunity here. Think about what you're learning on the Dynasty Income Surge. Think about the trainings that you've already been a part of, and spread your wings and fly, girls. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to wait on me. You don't have to wait on permission to try new things. You don't have to wait on permission to do your work. You don't have to have the perfect scenario to do your power hour. You don't have to sit down and try to be perfectly quiet and have everything clean in your house and everything lined up and your checklist perfectly organized before you start your work day. You can work in power pockets throughout your day, and you can have a checklist and literally just do little things. Like, I just love bombed 3 people. I did my workout and I posted about it. I invited 4 people today to my challenge group, and doing that over time will become like riding your bike. It will become like brushing your teeth. You will then internally transform into a Beachbody coach instead of it being like extra effort or a burden or stress. It's just going to be who you are, and you're going to have this aura of inspiration. You're going to have this aura of positivity and attraction to you. It'll be like a magnet, and the coaches and the customers that you attract to your team and to your business will be like, I don't know what it is about you, but I feel like I know you. I've been watching you for months, and you're so consistent, and you're so real, and you make me feel comfortable. Guys, you can do that for people. Like, you can be a lighthouse to somebody because they're looking for people. Every 10 seconds, somebody is joining some kind of home-based business. And I think that's really exciting. I think that means the ocean is wide. I think that means the opportunity is vast. I think that means that we have every chance in the world to succeed, but it's going to take little things like posting often. When I say often, I mean at least 3 times a day. I've been struggling with that lately too, so it's not only you. It's not just, you know what I mean? Like, we have ups and downs. I think I posted like twice, 5 days in a row, and I was like, man, I'm in this funk. So we all have those moments and days, but posting frequently, being behind the scenes, contacting people, tackle another platform. Like, if you're only on Facebook right now, try to get out of your comfort zone and tackle another platform. Do you need to go to Instagram? It's booming right now. Maybe you need to spend an hour a week learning about Instagram, researching what hashtags to go for, or adding people to your list from Instagram, doing more stories, research in that area. Maybe you need to improve or be vulnerable enough to share screenshots with your success partner of the actual conversations you're having, so you can think, I don't know why this person went MIA. Click, what would you say in this scenario? Okay, now don't do that every time because it's your responsibility to run your business, and I don't want you to have to wait on people to respond, but be willing to be teachable, be willing to look at your business with a bird's eye view and say, what could I do better? What did I do last month? Am I proud of myself? And what will make me feel proud in March? Because I know I'm sitting on a landmine. I know I'm sitting on a landmine. And if somebody told you that you were guaranteed to have 3 golden bricks in your backyard, all you have to do is dig for them, would you? Would you go digging for those gold bricks? Yes, you would. And if you didn't, it's because you're probably lazy. It's probably because you didn't believe it. It's probably because you thought, you know what, the chances of me finding that it might take me 5 years, I just don't know. But if each one of those bricks were worth $1 million, would you go out there and dig your little heart out, and every corner of every part of every dirt would be flipped over upside down in your, half-acre yard? Yeah, I would do it. So we are all sitting on a gold mine here, not just because of finances, but because of the freedom that it can provide in our schedule, in our health, in the bondage that we feel, in the anxiety that we're experiencing, and the pressure that we have on our shoulders. Anything that you feel trapped in, I want you to visualize the freedom that this opportunity could provide for your family, for your life, for your stress, for your job, for your finances, for your future, for your traveling, whatever you want out of life. It's right here, guys, okay? And I want you to believe in yourself so much that you're willing to go after it, even if you're scared, even if you don't know what you're doing, because there are a lot of days that I don't know what I'm doing. This past week was weird for me. I'm trying to get back in the zone. I'm excited. I feel like I have thousands of ideas in my head, and I'm grabbing at all of them. And I just feel like what we have to do is just be honest, be real, show up every single day, and be willing to improve. So can we all make that commitment? Can we all make that commitment to just be ourselves, be real, believe like to the core, and have a passion, and be on fire? Be on fire for what we can do and how we can transform our lives, and it's little things over time. So get out there, guys. Like I want to get out there. Like I'm going to go and talk to 1,000 people tonight. Not really, but I'm going to. Like I want to. So figure it out. Like, what are you inviting people to this week? What are you inviting people to this week? What are you doing right now? Did you start a challenge group today? Are you starting a challenge group next week? Are you going to start inviting people to your team? Are you going to? Because if you're not, somebody else is. And there are people out there that you can help. So don't be fearful. Don't think that you're going to say anything wrong. Don't think that you're going to look stupid, because they're stupid if they think you're stupid because they're not educated on network marketing. You know what I mean? But don't tell them they're stupid, because that's degrading. But you have an empower. You have the superpower, and you are now educated. And you now know that this business model is here to stay. And in 5 years, when this is even quadruple to the size that it is, people who are telling you no now are going to knock at your door and say, only if I would have joined when you asked me the first time. Or they're going to say, why didn't you tell me what you were doing? I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility. I want everyone to know what I'm doing, because I'm proud of it. So I hope that you guys are so passionate about what you're creating for your teams and your future that you're going to go out and talk about it boldly, excitingly, and you're going to make time to talk about it. Okay? Sweet. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so scary. She said something about wildfires. I'm so sorry, Dawn. Be careful. Be careful. All right. Well, if we don't have any questions, which I don't see, I did record this, and I will post the recording. I hope that it helped. I hope that this information was helpful for you guys. And again, tomorrow I am going to be on the Dynasty Surge talking about the roller coaster of income at 10 a.m. I'll be live there, and I'll go from there. Okay. Any questions? I know I talked a lot. You guys are good? All right. Well, if we're all good, then we will leave there. I love you guys. Okay? I hope that you're really having a great day. Really do. I hope you have a great night. And I hope tomorrow is spectacular. All right. Bye, guys.